This live martial arts class, we're talking about bow staff mastery again. Your bow staff mastery starts here right now. It's lesson 4, 4. And I want you to start, we're going over the head a lot again today. I know we did this a little bit last time, or 2 classes ago. We started talking about getting the staff up over your head. That's where a lot of people are uncomfortable still. But you're getting stronger. You're getting stronger faster. And it's because we're doing these warm-ups. We're staying very consistent. The key to bow staff mastery is consistency. That means practicing often every single day, but it doesn't have to be for hours and hours and hours. It's just a little bit of practice at a time. 30 seconds per technique. That's 30 seconds on this hand. And then I'm going to warm up this wrist, get the blood flowing in there, which my joints to stay safe from injury during the workout. I also want to build strength in the forearm. So this is just in front of my body. I've got 30 seconds here. And now I go back into that first hand. I'm going to lift this hand straight up over my head. And I'm going to turn it out and turn it in. So we're going over the head from the very beginning today, right from the start. And after a while, I'm going to drop the camera, but I wanted you to see this first because I want to do almost everything in the warm-up over my head after I do it in front of my body. There's 30 seconds. I take it with the other hand. What's going to happen at first is you're going to feel your shoulders will fatigue very quickly if you haven't done this for a while or you haven't done it for a long time. That means they're going to get worn out fast. It's going to hurt a little bit. You're going to be sore the next day. But then the second time you do it, or the second week, this is the second week, it gets easier and easier as you get stronger and stronger. And the result is broader, your shoulders are going to get really strong. You're going to get so much power. You're also going to get healthier shoulders because you're getting strong in different ranges of motion, in different positions. Now we're going hand to hand. This is how you pass the staff. This is the most basic pass there is. It's simply palms up, pinky to pinky, facing the sky. I don't have a set time yet. I have a very fragmented schedule, so I make these when I can. And that's why sometimes I'll do 3 or 4 in a day. Sometimes you won't see me for a couple days. On those days, I'm very busy doing other things that I have to get done. But anytime I have any extra time, right now, I push some other things out of the way so I can get this done. Because I know we're still working hard together. We're still training together. I don't want too much time to pass. So we go side to side, above the head, and it's that exact same pass. This is the point. That's that palm up, pinky to pinky. I'm going out, and now by adding this turn in this motion above my head, I'm starting to work the back of the shoulders. So you're gonna get stronger, more flexible, healthier shoulders with the bow staff. One side, and then the other one. And then the third one is that butterfly spin. And we didn't do this one over the head last week, but we are this week. The reason we didn't do this over the head last week is because when you first start, I know how much your shoulders get worn out, right? I know how sore you're going to be the next day, for the most part. Some of you probably aren't. But for the most part, I know how sore I was. And then go the other way. So I like to work into it. We save this overhead spin, butterfly spin, until the second week. Once you've had time to rest and regenerate some muscle. Now, you're gonna drop your staff. You were here last week, you saw me break the camera a couple times. I'll try not to do that. After you've done that, but I do want you to see me dropping my staff over and over again because I want you to understand you never stop dropping it. In fact, if you hope to grow and get better, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It really helps make these. If you hope to get better, you have to get out of your comfort zone. So now you're going to go over your head, and I want to show you how to get there. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to start with the left hand. You can mirror me. If you're right-handed, it's perfect. So that's my left hand. My right hand's on top. I'm going to turn it. Right hand's on top, turn it. And then I keep it moving as I simply lift it up over my head. From here, now I'm doing what's called a helicopter spin. And a helicopter spin can be done with any style of two-handed overhead spin. I'm gonna drop the camera just a little bit. There we go. So from here, I just simply start to bring it up and I keep it moving, and I want to keep it up here for about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to come back down, and I'm going to change and go the other way. Make sure that I'm really going the other way, because it's easy to trick yourself. You think you're going both directions, and you're not. And then slowly get that up over your head, and almost lost it again. Get it over there for 30 seconds. And before I drop the camera, I just want to, and that feels good. I don't know if you feel it, but you're going to feel that a lot. I want to show you one more way to spin that staff overhand, overhead. And that is with just the open palm. Now, if you know how to do this, and we're going to go over this today, wrist rolls, right? A palm spin is similar to a wrist roll, and I'm going to try to do it in a way I don't hit myself or the camera. I simply start turning, and as I do that, I get my thumb out of the way, and I open my hand. When I turn it, try to show you from the other hand. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just open and get my thumb out of the way. When I'm overhead and I turn it, you can go in either direction. This is a good way to practice. Go one way, it's just like a wrist roll, except it's on the palm, where the wrist roll is on the back of the hand. The palm spin is on the front of the hand, the palm. So what's happening is as you turn it, you just open the fingers and the thumb, right? And like I said, you can go this way, and this is all that's happening. I always keep that red tape there so you can see the center. I open, and I let it spin, or I let it spin in the other way. So from here, if I open my hand this way, or go the other way, like I said, to warm up, go one way, go back the other way. So this is kind of a new move this week, but this is gonna get you really strong in your forearm. My elbows are a little bit bent because I'm bending down. I lowered the camera too soon, but you can do it with a straight elbow, just one way, and then the other way. It's similar to palming a basketball, if you know how to do that. And you can also, as long as you have a slight angle, you can do that palm spin. Palm spin usually is going to happen away from you. You can do it outside, but you have to create a little bit of an angle, like a shelf, for it to sit on. All right, I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit. The color on my side is weird. Is it weird for anybody else? It's like dark. All right, good. Yeah, you know what? It's like sneezing. One person sneezes, everybody starts sneezing. When I teach a class, when I have like a whole bunch of students, if I have 50 students, I drop my staff, almost 50 staffs hit the ground. It's weird that way. It's pretty cool. I think it's cool. But it definitely how much? I use a thing called, I do Zoom, GoToMeeting, because I teach those in regular classes. And send me an email, and I can send you all that information. It's info@quantumstrong.com, or go to my, go to 89tigers.com. There's a box there you can fill out, like a contact thing, or go to pasquinelli.com. That's got the new, it's got a whole bunch of new information on it. But reach out to me, and yes, I do. I use something called a Facebook portal. It's over there. And I have standing appointments, and the Facebook portal is amazing because it zooms in. I can go anywhere in this room, and it'll zoom in on me, and so you can see everything I'm doing. And it's made by Facebook. It's got that artificial intelligence or deep machine learning or whatever, but it's the best product I've ever used for that. I think it beats like a Zoom call, and you can do it through Facebook or whatever. But we can talk about it. Just send me that email, and I'll help you out. I never say no. That's my motto. Never say no. We'll make it happen. All right, now go back to your first hand, and I want you to do this figure eight from one side of the body to the other. This is still bow staff mastery. This is our fourth lesson together, and we're just working on the basics. I want you to master the basics, because if you can master the basics with the bow staff, you can do anything. You can fight with it, you can defend yourself with it, and then you can do all kinds of cool, fancy things for demonstrations or competitions. All you're doing here is that sideways figure eight. Let me see what it is. I'm gonna take off this wide angle. There we go, take that off. It'll change. There we go. There was something on it. It was changing the color, making it dark for no reason. It's overcast today. Maybe that's why. I'm going side to side. And then you're going to gradually increase this spin. Make sure you always keep this hand up and in. And this is my left hand. So my body, I step in with the left, or you can step back with the right. However you get your body a smaller target. You put this between you and the attack. That makes it harder for them to hit your vital organs or hurt you. But it also allows you to get the body or the staff around the body easier. A lot of times people don't think about their feet and they start doing this. And see how much travel there is? And I have to change that angle. This isn't wrong. It's just that this is easier to pick up, and it has more applications for fighting and self-defense. So try to put one foot in the front and the other back, and then go into the other hand. And the way that we transfer it hand to hand is that simple pass where we warmed up, and then I'm here. Now, last week, we also did that above the, I forgot, that's where all those nicks came from in the ceiling. From here, last week I was doing this, over the head. So you can do that over the head, but I don't care if you do it over the head anymore. The new one I wanted you to work on was that palm spin over your head in both directions. But now, after you've done this for 30 seconds, put it in that other hand and bring it forward and back. Other hand is up, stomach up and in, abs tight, slow as smooth, smooth as fast. Gradually increase your speed and go faster and faster. And if you've got this heavier oak staff, I'm going to say that this week, for the first time, it feels super light. And it's not that I got it or the staff got any lighter. I'm just getting stronger. You're getting stronger. Next time someone says to you, "Oh man, that's so easy, you're so tough," say, "No, I just practiced more." And that's the truth, right? I'm not so tough, you just haven't practiced enough. Then put it in the other hand, and you're going to bring it to the front of the body and the back. Now this is the exact same figure eight. I did it here in front of my body. I'm going to do the same thing here to the front and the back of the body. So it goes like this and back. 1, 2. Now I'm going to turn to the side so you can see when I go back here, I'm opening it a little bit more. So I'm not hitting, because you ask me all the time, I keep hitting the back of my leg, I hit the back of my head. Yes, you're going to. Accept it. And understand that as you get better, you're going to get stronger and more ranges of motion. You're going to get more flexible. And then when you come, just did a different technique. You come behind your back, you're not going to hit yourself as much. If you're a beginner and your staff is super heavy and your wrists aren't ready yet because you haven't done it enough, that means they need to get stronger, more flexible. You're going to hit yourself a lot. And sometimes you tell me it looks like a noodle. It's not well defined. And that's because you simply don't have the strength. Be patient with yourself. Greetings, Bob. It's good to see you. Go slow at first. Gradually increase your speed. As you're doing that, think of this as a full body exercise. From the bottom of your floor to the top of your head, stomach up and in, abs tight, breathe. Shoulders back and down, chin back a little bit. To the front and the back of the body. Go into the other hand. Same thing. Back. Front of the body, back of the body. All I'm doing is just pulling it back here. And when I pull it back here, that's what's getting me, see that? From here, just getting me more range of motion. Now, when I do this, because I work with people all the time, especially as they age, I see what happens in the shoulders for a lot of people. And they lose mobility, they lose flexibility, they lose strength, and lose endurance. That's why I'm having you do so much over your head. They can no longer hold their hands up for that long. Just doing this wears their shoulders out and it hurts. They start to raise their hands here, and then instead of being able to move their hands up, they have to adjust. They don't even know they're doing it. They go to like this, and then all of a sudden they're going like this. Their whole body's bending because they've lost mobility. And then they lose their flexibility, their ability to move in all of these ranges that are natural and healthy for them. Now, that's not a sign of aging, that's a sign of lifestyle. And you're not going to have that, because you're going to do these exercises and be patient with yourself and allow yourself to gradually increase that mobility, that strength. And you can see I'm isolating more just by thinking about it. Stomach up and in, abs tight, shoulders back and down. It's a full body workout. You're gonna get it behind your back. Good, go to the link below. There's a martial arts store there. And you can order one there. Unless you're not in the States, send me a link or send me a message, quantum at, or info at quantumstrong.com or pasquinelli@hotmail.com, and I can help you source one wherever you live. I've done that now for hundreds of people all over the world. I know where you can get a staff. All right, front of the body, back of the body. And then go back into the one hand, and I want you to do wrist roll to wrist roll. Now, I told you a minute ago, or a few minutes ago, that our new technique this week in this workout was that palm to palm. Palm roll, that's all that is, right? And that's the twin sister, or brother, or whatever you want to think of. That's the opposite of the wrist roll. So we're going over the pinky side of the hand, and when I turn my pinky side up, I open and it rolls. I turn the thumb side up, open, and it rolls. And here's the key to not dropping it every single time, which you're going to do at the beginning. So allow yourself to drop it. Is when I turn, I open, but my hand's not doing this. I watched myself, and I've watched you many times. The reason you're having a hard time getting that move is because when it gets here, you're not trusting yourself that you still have contact with the staff, and so you're trying to get your hand around fast, and you're trying to grab it fast, and that's what happens. It flips out. Your hand actually is pushing it out. I almost just whacked myself out of alignment. And so if you slow it down, good. That'll keep your shoulders strong, Bob. You know that, right? I assume that's why you do them, right? That's why I do them. So if you slow down and you allow yourself some patience, you have to be patient with yourself, then you're going to get it. And then the last part of that motion, and this is a heavier staff. It keeps, it's challenging my grip. I love it. That's why I like this one so much. I'm going to actually drop it a little bit. I'll show you why in a second. When the camera's too high, I've got to do everything up here, right? Which is good for my shoulders, but it means I drop it more often. You should be doing a lot of your spins here in the front of your chest, or maybe even a little bit lower at the beginning, because this is where you're stronger, right here. I often forget to tell you that, but I'm always up here because I'm teaching to the camera. So just right in the middle, from here, good. Yeah, I haven't weighed this one, but I would say it's probably in that range, right? So one side to the other side, same thing. You're gonna go for 30 seconds. And now I want you to do a two-handed spin. So in this Bow Staff Mastery Lesson 4, I want you to do a two-handed spin from side to side. Before I said you'd have one foot forward. This one we're gonna be squared up, so the feet just directly under the body. Don't worry about how wide. Hands like you're doing a push-up, and you're gonna go up to the left side of your body, and you're gonna push your left hand down, which is gonna put the staff in your armpit. And the right hand is in there. And then you're gonna come down, you're gonna block across the body, and you're gonna start to open this up. There's another block, pushing this way, striking down, block, block. This bottom part is blocking here, block, strike down, block over. So you're starting to do a two-handed spin, Ray Park style. Ray Park was the actor who played Darth Maul in the old Star Wars film, where he's fighting with a double-bladed lightsaber. Just a point of interest, if you were interested, great martial artist, Ray Park. And he can do amazing things with his staff. But this is one of the basic moves that he did. Now, the other move that he did, and that I want you to learn, is a two-handed spin, but with palms facing opposite directions. Now, it's similar until you get to here, and your hand can this hand, see how my fingers popping out, my wrist is, it can no longer turn. So I'm gonna shift, I'm gonna change from this underhand to an overhand, and this one also has to change. So when I'm here to here, change, and you can warm up for that change just by doing this, Practice. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is called hand walking on your staff. So you're just walking your hands. But what I want you to see and understand, because a lot of this is about not just being able to physically do the things, but having some knowledge. Now, here's why I say some knowledge, because some people get it backward. They think they have to know everything about it, like the etymology, all of the word, all the words that go along with it, the history, right? The exact dimensions and height and size and weight of the only one perfect bow or correct bow. Everything else is wrong. And they get stuck on that silly amount of knowledge, which is fine. If that's your passion and you know everything there is to know about something, that's awesome. If you can also do it. But if you know everything there is, it's like if you knew everything. I love race cars, especially like Indy race cars and Formula One. And then the new the electric ones that go even faster. I love everything about it, but it's because I want to get in the car and I want to drive it. I don't know all the names of and the coefficient drag and all this stuff. Some people do though, and that's their passion. That's cool. But this is different. This is a stick that you can use to fight and defend yourself with and do cool things with. So learn a little bit and then do a lot of action. Take a lot of action, get a lot of calluses, get blisters, get bruises, right? Get knots on your head. And then learn a little bit more and then go again. But don't waste all your time reading everything there is to know about it before you ever pick one up. And don't wait till you have the perfect stick. That's the point too. A lot of people, they say, well, how tall should my bow be? And I'll say, they usually if you buy them in a martial arts school or supply store, they sell them 72 inches, 50 inches, 40 inches maybe, 6 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet. And generally, you want it a little bit taller than you are. And then someone else will jump in and say, no, that's not right. It has to be exactly 72 inches or you're a liar. And it's not a bow staff, that means staff. And I appreciate where they're coming from. But my point is, who cares? Use what you've got. If you're interested in doing it, don't wait till you have the perfect one. Start right now. All right, let's go back to the two-handed, because I want you to see this. This is what I want you to know. And then do. Know this much and then do a lot. Doing it like this, your hands will never come off and never open. They're never going to come off the staff and they're never going to open. You're going to keep your hands closed and you're going to increase flexibility in your wrist. You're going to be practicing striking and blocking. And you've seen this. Someone asked me the other day in class here, can you do the figure 4? That's basically all that is. I want you to do it down here in front of your body because I want you to be able to use it like Ray Park, not like this American Karate style, whatever that is. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just different. But what we're talking about is full range of motion, get it around your body, and then if you want to, get your body smaller and start to step with it. But then understand that there's a different way, and that's like this. And that way requires that you change grips, and you change grips, and you change grips. So practice that. That's the new one I want you to practice this week in lesson 4, 1, 2. All the rest of it you can do. All the other things that we do. So you do your figure 8, hand to hand. Do your figure 8 with wrist rolls. Throw in some finger rolls. And if you need any of these moves, if you haven't seen them yet, go back, look at same title, but Bow Staff Mastery 3, 2, and 1. And I've got all the other ones in there. I just wanted to give you a couple new ones. Again, for review, that's that palm spin, both directions over your head. And that's the two-handed, both facing the same direction. This is more Kung Fu style and some more Korean style in that way. And then this is more Japanese style, which is, and it's just different styles. One's not good, one's not bad. I think for fighting, for self-defense, the Japanese is far superior, but it's a different style. For the movies, for Ray Park, for the lightsaber cutting people in half when he's Darth Maul, this one and then he does like a mixture of styles, like we're doing right now. All right, so check those out. Look at the link below. Send me those emails. Oh, thank you. I counted like 6 months ago. I had 600 videos just on the bow on this channel. So I know there's a lot out there. There's also a lot of of everything. So no, you can't take a weapon to school. Was that a trick? No, don't take any weapons to school. Learn basic self-defense. Learn how to get your hands up. Learn how to say, stop, back up. Learn how to say, you don't have to like me, but don't touch me. I'll teach you that. Contact me directly. If you need a Zoom session or one-on-one and you need help with bullies at school or anything like that, that's my specialty. That's what I do all the time. Above anything else, I can help you learn how to defend yourself with any of these weapons with your hands. But when it comes to verbal self-defense and anti-bullying, that's my passion and my specialty. I'm really good at that. I know how to tell you what to say because your mom says, use your words, teacher says, use your words. But what are the words? They never tell you that, and it's not, it hurts my feelings when you call me that. No, that's not it. They know it hurts your feelings. That's why they're doing it. So that doesn't work. Just ignore them, sweet little boo-boo. That doesn't work. We know that doesn't work. Tell them how it makes you feel, sweetheart. Friends, we're off. They say that kind of garbage in school. That's how it's gotten so broken. I can help you with that. So reach out to me, PascalMinolli at hotmail.com. We can set something up. We'll talk one-on-one, either in FaceTime or the portal or the whatever. And whatever it is you need some help with, I would love to help. This is my passion, is what I do all the time, all day long. Thanks again for that $2 super sticker, super chat sticker, whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But I really appreciate that. That helps me get these done. I'll see you guys in a little bit.